The ogres shuffled forward. They were small compared to Claudius, about 7 feet tall. Each one of them had 6 arms, 1 pair in the regular spot, then 1 extra pair sprouting out the top of their shoulders, and another set shooting from the sides of their rib cages. They wore only ragged leather loincloths, and even across the clearing, Leo could smell them. 6 guys who never bathed with 6 armpits each. Leo decided if he survived this day, he'd have to take a 3-hour shower just to forget the stench. Leo stepped forward to Piper. "What are those?" Her blade reflected the purple light on the bonfire. "Gignees." "In English?" Leo asked. "The Earthborn," she said. 6-armed giants who fought with Jason. The first Jason."
"Very good, my dear."
And Claudius sounded delighted.
"They used to live on a miserable place in Greece called Bear Mountain. Mount Diablo is much nicer. And these children of Mother Earth, they serve their purpose. They're good with construction equipment."
One of the Earthborn bellowed, and the others took up the chant, each moving his 6 hands as though driving a car, as if it was some kind of weird religious ritual.
"Yes, thank you, boys,"
and Claudius said.
"They also have a score to settle with heroes, especially anyone named Jason."
"Jason!" The Earthborn screamed. They all picked up clumps of earth, which solidified in their hands, turning to nasty pointed stones. "Jason! Kill Jason!" And Claudius smiled.
"You see, Piper, you don't have a choice. Save your father, or try to save your friends and face certain death."
Piper stepped forward. Her eyes blazed with such rage, even the Earthborn backed away. She radiated power and beauty, but it had nothing to do with her clothes or her makeup. "You will not take the people I love," she said. "None of them." Her words rippled across the clearing with such force, the Earthbound muttered, Okay, sorry," and began to retreat.
"Stand your ground, fools!"
And Claudius bellowed. He snarled at Piper.
"That is why we want you alive, my dear. You could have been so useful to us. But as you wish. Earthborn, I will show you Jason."
Leo's heart sank, but the giant didn't point to Jason. He pointed to the other side of the bonfire where Tristan McLean was helpless and half-conscious.
"There is Jason,"
and Claudius said with pleasure.
"Tear him apart."
Leo's biggest surprise, one look from Jason, and all 3 of them knew the game plan. But what had happened that they couldn't read each other so well? Jason charged in Claudius, while Piper rushed to her father, and Leo dashed for the tree harvester, which stood between Mr. McLean and the Earthborn. The Earthborn were fast, but Leo ran like a storm spirit. He leapt up toward the harvester from 5 feet away and slammed into the driver's seat. His hands flew across the controls, and the machine responded with unnatural speed, coming to life as if it knew how important it was. "Ha!" Leo screamed, and swung the crane around through the bonfire, toppling the burning logs onto the Earthborn and spraying sparks everywhere. 2 giants went down under a fiery avalanche and melted back into the earth, hopefully to stay for a while. The other 4 ogres stumbled along the burning logs and hot coals while Leo brought the harvester around. He smashed a button, and on the end of the crane, a wicked rotating blade began to whirl. Out of the corner of his eye, he could see Piper at the stake, cutting her father free. On the other side of the clearing, Jason fought the giant, somehow managing to dodge his massive spear and blasts of fire. Coach Hedge was still heroically passed out with his goat tail sticking up in the air. The whole side of the mountain would soon be ablaze. The fire wouldn't bother Leo, but if his friends got trapped up here, no. He had to act quickly.